Hi everyone, it's Aunt Fernita. Today's story is God's Gentle Whisper. The memory verse is Isaiah 30, verse 21. It says, "Your ears will hear a voice saying, 'This is the way, walk in it.'" Today's message is, I will listen to God's gentle whisper. One night, Glenda was alone in her bedroom trying to go to sleep. Every shadow seemed to move. She felt afraid. Then her mother came into the room. Her gentle voice helped Glenda calm down. A long time ago, God's prophet Elijah became frightened too. Then God spoke to him in a quiet voice. Elijah was running for his life. King Ahab's wife, the wicked Queen Jezebel, was trying to kill him. Elijah was so scared that he had forgotten all the wonderful things God had done for him. He had forgotten that God could protect him from the wicked queen. Instead, for 40 days, he ran hundreds of miles into the desert. Finally, he came to Mount Horeb. There, he hid in a cave. "What are you doing here?" God asked him. You can tell Elijah felt sorry for himself by the way he answered God. "I have worked very hard for you, Lord," he said. "The Israelites have rejected you. They have broken down your altars and killed your prophets. I am the only one left, and now they are trying to kill me too." Elijah was telling God, "I worked hard for you and see how tired and discouraged I feel?" So God replied, "Go stand on the mountain in the presence of the Lord, for the Lord is about to pass by." This was God's way of saying, "Elijah, come here. I want to talk to you." Elijah did as God said. Then a great wind tore through the mountains and shattered the rocks. But Elijah didn't get up because he didn't hear God's voice in the wind. God was not in the strong wind. Next, an earthquake shook the mountain, but Elijah still didn't get up. He didn't hear God in the earthquake. After the earthquake, a terrible fire swept by. But still, Elijah didn't hear God's voice. God was not in the wind, the earthquake, or the fire. After all those powerful forces of nature, a gentle whisper came. Some Bible translations call it a still small voice. And in that gentle whisper, Elijah recognized God's voice. He pulled his coat over his face. Then he stood at the cave entrance to listen to God. Again, God asked Elijah the same question. "What are you doing here?" And Elijah gave his same "poor me" answer. God wasn't angry at Elijah for giving up and running away. God wasn't angry because Elijah forgot to trust him. God's gentle whisper spoke of God's love. God loved Elijah even when he felt sorry for himself. Gently, God encouraged the tired prophet. Then he sent him back to work, and God assured Elijah that he was not alone, for he wasn't. For God still had 7,000 faithful worshipers in Israel.
This podcast is read by Fernita Buddy for Gracelink.net. Created and produced by Falvo Fowler. Post-produced by Faith Toe at Studio El Piso. The theme music is by Clayton Kinney. For more information, please visit Gracelink.net.